Hello and welcome back to the Basketball England YouTube channel. We're here live from the National Basketball Performance Centre and we've got Finals Day action ahead of us. We've had a great game this morning. We had the Under-16s girls final, which was an absolute thriller. I mean, Kingston Lions fought their way back from 11 points down at one point to beat the Milton Keynes Breakers late in that fourth quarter. But we've got a really exciting day ahead of us. Right now on this court, we see the Manchester Magic trying to take down London Elite for Under-16s boys final. Then later on in the day, we have some even more exciting games. Make sure you stay tuned. If you can't stay on the live streams, make sure you follow along on our socials at B-Ball England, X, Facebook, Instagram, also TikTok. And whilst you're there, you might as well check me and Kaz out at Eusania, at CB3 Hoops. And we'll be taking through this game. We've got a really exciting matchup ahead of us. So both of these teams played yesterday. And these are two sides that have faced each other this season. They met each other in the National Cup semi-finals, but the Magic did take the win in the end, but it was only by 2 points. So we could be in for another really exciting game that comes down right down to the wire.
Yeah, we certainly are. As you can see there, the Manchester Magic coming out onto the court. They were 20-2 in the Northern Premier Division in first place. The other team with the most junior Final Four titles, 13 titles so far at the Under-16 boys level. And they last won at the Under-16 level against the New York Young Bloods in the 23-24 season. So going for a 14th title today. That's huge.
Yeah, it is. I mean, just a testament to the program that they have at the Magic and Mystics, just to have that success, but that consistent success as well. As team stepping out now, as Tahir Hijab with the mic just in front of us, giving those call-outs.
And if we take a look at the London Elite, 21-1 in the Western Premier Division. They were runners-up last year against the London Stars, 87-65. It was their first appearance last year at the Final Fours at the Under-16s. And they've been building on that runners-up position from last year. They beat the London Stars in the quarterfinals this year, so that must feel pretty good for them. And then they came through yesterday against the Sussex Storm, 94-84. But they've got one more game to go because they want to go one better than last year.
Yeah, they do. And now is their time to try and get that one better. And we're better to do it then on this main stage, on this middle court, at the National Basketball Performance Centre. We've got a really exciting game.
It certainly is. So for the London Elite yesterday, that game against the Sussex Storm, 94-84. Alex Nicholas, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 61% from the field. And then Pavel Obadowski, 19 points and 9 rebounds. And we saw Iggy Zakshevsky-Obam off the bench with a double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds. The Elite were just crashing the glass all game long.
Yeah, we saw Magic facing the Cavs on the far court. That was a good, very strong performance from that Magic side. And it was David Akademi who led the way with 26 points, 6 rebounds and 7 steals. We've seen some big steal performances this weekend.
We really have, and speaking of steal performances, so on the backcourt, the Under-14 girls are playing the Sheffield Hatters and the Solent Kestrels. Everybody, and I've been saying this all weekend, everybody, watch out for Lucine Wabisi. She had 9 steals yesterday in the semi-finals. She's got 2 in 4 minutes so far. For the Solent Kestrels, playing against the Sheffield Hatters. The Kestrels with a 6-2 lead early on in the first quarter, but that is just an example of the talent that we've got on display out here this weekend. Young players playing at the Under-14 level. We'll see them in a couple of years coming through to Under-16s and Under-18s. But yeah, it's just some massive performances at every level.
There is, and on the topic of Solent Kestrels, I've just been back there having a look at what's going on, and they've basically brought a band with them. There was a man with a keyboard
A keyboard?
I'll show you the picture right now, because there's a man with a keyboard, just, you know, giving a bit of that, you know, in the NBA when they have the organ.
Oh, yeah.
It was that vibes. Then they had a drum, they had plenty of drums.
Because it's a bit awkward to bring an organ, isn't it, to a game. Oh, that's fantastic. That's a pretty full-size keyboard. I know nobody else can see this on Isha's picture, but there's a guy with a full-size keyboard on the backcourt. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Got the whole shebang going on there. A lot of drums as well. And I mean, on the game earlier today, wait, will they be able to see it on the camera? Let's see. Ross, oh, he changed it over, honestly. Anyway, the game before,
here we go.
Back. Right, let's try and show them the keyboard. Can they see it? They can.
That's a full-size keyboard someone's brought. Well done. Well done, Solent Kestrels, bringing an orchestra with them.
Yeah, and then on that Kingston game, we had pots and pans, we had all sorts going on.
We had a lion in the crowd.
We had a lion.
An actual lion, lots of signs, lots of support, and it's really, really great to see the support out there across the age groups. We've got, to our left here, we've got the London Elite. They've got teams playing in the under-18s men's final later on against Kohler. That'll be at 4:45. And then to our right for the Manchester Magic, obviously the Manchester Mystics playing in the under-14 girls final later on today in the final game of the day. The Mystics under-16s have just played against Kohler, winning third place in their matchup. So it's great to see the faces in the crowd as well. So we've got Sheridan Green out here, who's handing out the winners' medals before. I've seen Georgia Gale, Shanice Beckford-Norton around. So it's always a great weekend to see absolute legends of the game up here. So let's take a look at the starting five for both teams. For the Manchester Magic, it will be Theo Westwood, Timmy Babalola, Cameron Hansen, David Akademi, and Ege Chakmakaya. And for the London Elite, it will be Omer Zardak-Shamer, William Henderson, Pavel Obadowski, Leo Bowman, and Alex Nicholas. The London Elite playing in black and the Magic playing in red. All games live on the Basketball England YouTube channel this weekend. We have 24 games across 3 courts over 2 days. If you missed any of the action yesterday, you can go back and watch it on the Basketball England YouTube channel. And we'll keep you up to date with what's going on the side court, on the back court today. As the London Cavaliers and Sussex Storm are playing for 3rd and 4th place over on court 1. And the back court, the Sheffield Hatters and the Solent Kestrels in the under-14 girls 3rd and 4th place game. So teams coming out onto court. The Elite looking for their very first under-16s title, and Manchester looking to make some history with title number 14. So for the tip, it will be Nicholas and Chakmakaya, and first possession will go to the Elite. Obadowski into the corner. Bowman has it. Bowman. Obadowski, 6 seconds, turns and fires. It's off the rim, but great hustle from Zardak-Shamer, and we saw him do that all game long yesterday. Zardak-Shamer, 4 seconds, using the clock, steps back, puts it up, doesn't get the roll.
Yeah, and one thing this Magic side like to do is utilise that fast break, so the Elite will be looking to shut that down.
Westwood. Akademi off the back iron. And these are two teams that both like to run, both like to play at a fast pace, averaging over 90 points a game this season for both teams. Nicholas spins to the basket, leaves it short, but gets his own rebound and finishes on the putback. Rewarded for the hard work. And Alex Nicholas, that double-double yesterday. 24 and 14.
Yeah, it's a big performance, and I'm sure he'll certainly be looking to follow on from that today.
Zardak-Shamer, behind the back, out to to Henderson. 6 seconds on the clock. Henderson pulls up. Not that time, but the ball's tipped, and it will be last touch magic. So the Elite will have possession from the sideline.
And you just saw them for the rebound. I mean, Leo Bowman just springing up into the air, trying to get a hand on it.
So a 2-0 Elite lead here early on. Bowman finds Obadowski. Obadowski all the way to the basket, lays in two. And Babalola behind the back, over to Westwood. Manchester will reset. Babalola, long two, not that time. As Nicholas all the way down the court, hangs in the air, again gets his own rebound. And Henderson fading away, banks in the shot.
Yeah, and already the London Elite, they've done such a good job of crashing those offensive balls, so Magic definitely going to have to look at shutting that down.
Babalola from outside, it's off the rim. Ball's tipped, and this is how we saw the Elite come out, straight out of the gate yesterday, as Bowman can't finish, but the Elite were very fast to start the game. You know, sometimes teams can take a minute or two to get warmed up, but the London Elite wasted no time, and they've done exactly the same today.
Yeah, it's real credit to them as well, because it's not always the easiest to come out strong and fast and just as you at your usual sort of game pace, especially on unfamiliar courts like this and on a big stage.
Hampson. Magic looking to get on the scoreboard here in the first quarter. Jack Makaya spins to the basket, kicks it out, and a whistle, so a foul goes against the London Elite. That'll be their first team foul.
Yeah, and again, Jack Makaya definitely one to be watching out for, as we saw him pick up the MVP in the National Cup final earlier in the year.
A 24-point, 12 rebound and 5 assist game for Jack Makaya in the National Cup, a player that loves the big stage. As Westwood drains the three. Magic onto the scoreboard in style in the first quarter. Zardok Shamer finds Bowman. Bowman. Obadowski, ball's knocked away. Jack Makaya has it. Over to Westwood, and Westwood, great move there. Takes his time round his defender.
Yeah, we just saw that Magic really pushing for that fast break.
Obadowski on the baseline, shot bounces off, but who's there for the rebound? Nicholas! And that's rebound number 4 in less than 3 minutes for Nicholas.
Yeah, that's really impressive feat. He's just going after those rebounds every time. Definitely going to have to be boxing him out.
Hansen needs some help to pass out. It's taken away by Zardok Shamer. He'll go all the way, and last touch will be the Manchester Magic. So it is baseline ball for the Elite. Coach Adam Morris wants a box out from his team there, and that's what they want to do. They want to stop Nicholas getting the rebounds.
Yeah, because we've already seen what sort of impact he's had already today. Thought Bowman was going to come and jump on top of the table then.
As Westwood can't get it to go. Bowman. It's a 3-point Elite lead. Zardok Shamer. Nicholas going to the basket. Not that time. I thought we were about to get a poster.
As did I.
As Westwood drives inside, a nice look inside for Westwood.
Yeah, it's a good read, that pull up there.
And Westwood with all 7 of Manchester's points. As the Elite are up by 1. Henderson. Balls into Nicholas. Nicholas working his way inside, fades away, gets the roll.
Yeah, Alex Nicholas is just such a physical player, and anytime he gets it in that low post, he's going to be going in with some force.
And Jack Makaya takes it to the hole, gets himself onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, great, I was going to say, great little look from him there, just really used his height to his advantage.
Henderson. Henderson, ball's tipped. Babalola against Bowman. Babalola gets the foul call, so 2 free throws for Timmy Babalola. A chance for the Manchester Magic to go ahead on this possession.
And the Elite really came out, I mean, really quickly. As I said, took no time to get off the mark there. One thing that's been really evident is that rebounding. I mean, they're currently on 11 rebounds in comparison to the Magic's 4. And as we've heard many times already, just you can hear head coach Adam Morris just shouting box out, and that's definitely something that's going to have to be implemented.
As Babalola gets the second, and it's a 1-point Magic lead. Zardock Shamer. Bowman out to Henderson. Henderson has space. 3 will go from outside.
Yeah, big bucket there from Henderson.
As Westwood looks to answer for the Magic and does.
And we're just going bucket for bucket out there right now. Some really exciting plays going on.
What a save from Westwood. Gets the ball over to Hansen, and Hansen shot doesn't drop. It's Henderson. Obadowski lays in 2.
And when the Elite get it inside, they're doing a really good job using their footwork, using their skills to just find their way to the basket.
Chapmakaya. Akademi spins, scoops it up. And 2 free throws for the Magic.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, if you've never watched David Akademi play before, one thing that he does so well is he just always finds his way to the basket. Like, you can literally be from the halfway line, he'll somehow find his way there, just so casually steps around the defense. Real impactful player from this Magic side, and another player with experience on this big stage 4. You know, we got MVP in 2024 Junior Final Fours in that under-14s where Magic took the W.
And you had a great stat line from him yesterday on the game that you were doing in their semi-final when he was playing at the under-14 Dynamic School Finals, named MVP there in 2024. Tell us his stat line, Isha.
Let's have a reminder. His stat line was he had 41 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 steals. Assist, apologies. Triple-double.
A 41-point triple-double for David Akademi. As Bowman's shot goes from the corner, and it's raining 3s for the Elite early on. 2-point London lead. Chapmakaya drives baseline. Over to Hansen in the corner, drills it! Back-to-back 3-point shootout here.
Every time there's a shot that gets sung, we can just hear like a roar from the crowds behind us. Some great support out there.
Nicholas, ball's tipped. Nicholas has it. Nicholas against Chapmakaya on the baseline. Last touch Magic, it will be Elite ball with 6 seconds on the shot clock. And we see Iggy Zakshevsky Obam into the game on that last substitution, along with Hassan Monfries. And a substitution for Manchester as Adam Cross out on the floor. Cameron Hansen takes a seat. So 6 seconds on the clock for the Elite. Over to Bowman. Bowman driving inside, that's too strong. Magic up by 1, 2:15 to play in the first quarter as the ball's loose, it's knocked away. Babalola takes it. Too strong and a whistle, so 2 more free throws for Manchester, and that puts London on foul number 4 for the quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, although there's only 2 minutes left in this game, especially as we get to the later stages in that fourth quarter, towards the last couple of minutes, if the game does remain close, which I'm sure it will, fouls are going to be something that comes into play, because now they'll have free throw shots every single time, and that's the last thing you want, is to give the other team opportunities to add on to that total.
So Timmy Babalola, 25 points against the Mersey Mavericks for the under-16s Magic team this season. As he gets a second to go, it's a 3-point Magic lead. Zardoz Shamer. Zardoz Shamer hanging in the air, that's short, good defense from Cross. And Akademi will set things up for the Magic. Cross, back to Akademi. Oh, the spin move to the basket! And Babalola's there for the cleanup.
And again, David Akademi just finding his way there. What a great spin that was. Couldn't get to it, but Timmy Babalola just cleaning things up.
Bowman with space for three. Not that time, it's tipped. But it's on the floor. Zardoz Shamer, great hustle there. And Monfries gets himself onto the scoreboard. And we didn't see Monfries in yesterday's semi-final, but that's the impact that he has. As the Magic can't answer, ball's knocked out of bounds, it'll be elite possession. Substitution for London as Aidan Jones comes in. And Omer Zardoz Shamer will take a seat.
As we'll see, Bobby Jones checking in for the Magic for the first time as Theo Westwood takes a rest.
And over on court one, it's an 18-17 lead for the London Cavaliers over the Sussex Storm. But back here in the final minute of the first quarter, Henderson goes baseline, shot short. Jack Makaya with a ball for the Magic. Jack Makaya gonna go all the way. Hey, Jack Makaya, coast to coast.
Jack Makaya threw, I think, 4 London lead defenders there. That was not an easy shot to make. Somehow finds his way there.
And that's defense to offense. Gets the rebound, gets the score. Bowman pulls up and nails it. 8 seconds for the Magic. They can hold to the last shot. They have a 3-point lead, but it'll go back with the Elite. So now 4.4 seconds.
Yeah, London can look to get a quick one.
And a quick foul. And Magic, that's a good decision there. So they've got fouls to give. They can stop the clock there and it'll be a sideline possession. No shots there. So ball's into Bowman. Bowman turns and fires. Or it was off the rim. But at the end of the first quarter, it's a 24-21 lead for the Manchester Magic over the London Elite. Manchester having been led by 9 points by Theo Westwood, shooting 80% from the field. And Timmy Babalola added in 6 points and 4 rebounds. And then for the London Elite, 6 points from Alex Nicholas along with 4 rebounds. And then Leo Bowman with 5 points and 2 rebounds.
Yeah, and I mean, took the Magic a couple of minutes to kind of get into the flow of the game, but London Elite, they took no time in getting started. They came out strong, they came out fast, they just came out everything. They wasted no time in getting off the mark.
And 7 offensive rebounds for the London Elite, leading to 10 second chance points. That's a really important stat to look at, isn't it? Because we always talk about it in close games, in really tight games. Those second chances and those offensive rebounds are so crucial.
Yeah, they are, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're just giving the team another opportunity to score. So you've done all that hard work, you've gotten the stop, and then you just let them get the rebound again. It can be a difficult one, you know. So for especially teams out there, for their own sake, they need to get them defensive boards. And as we know, both teams out there, both London and the Magic, they like the fast break. So if they don't secure that defensive rebound, they can't initiate that break either.
So teams coming back out onto the court. for the second quarter. It's a 3-point Magic lead. The London Cavaliers up 21-17 over the Sussex Storm over on court 1. And in the under-14 girls, third and fourth place game, the Sheffield Hatters have a 1-point lead over the Solent Kestrels. So it'll be Magic ball to start us off. Jones on the baseline, cross calling for it, puts it up, shot spins out.
Yeah, that's a good look coming out of the quarter for Manchester.
Zardak Shamer. Jones. Back to Zardak Shamer, 7 seconds on the clock, looking for a path to the basket, up and under. And a foul against Manchester, the first team foul this quarter.
And that's a good take by Zardak Shamer there. Thought he was actually going to get that one to fall.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah, he somehow finds his way there. But that is a good take from him. Nevertheless, he'll draw the foul and he'll get 2 shots now.
This first one will go. And Zardak Shamer, 20 points against the Bristol Flyers earlier this season. He's been playing EYBL at the under-16 level for the London Elite, averaging just under 9 points a game and 4.3 rebounds. And this is there's a lot of players on this London Elite team that are also playing EYBL. Might be under 17s, under 16s, but having that international competition, that's a really big boost, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially because, I mean, obviously all the countries, they have different styles of basketball in comparison to here, so they can learn a lot of things and practice different things.
Jones ball's taken away by Olisagu. And Alex Olisagu, great pass over to Jones. And a long pass down the court, that'll be a bit too strong. And I think that was one of those cases where, as we say, we have got another game going on the other side of the court. So you sometimes hear a whistle and it makes you think that it's on your court, so you stop or hesitate a second.
Yeah, especially when you're not used to playing on, multiple court venue. It can be strange adjustment, but we've had a few moments like that today.
Chat Makaya. Jones. Three's up. No good. And Aiden Jones down the court for the Elite.
Just raced his way down the court then.
Henderson able to keep the ball alive. And a foul on the floor, just a reach from the Magic. That puts them on 2 team fouls for the quarter. And substitution for Manchester as Cameron Hansen checks back in. And David Akademi will go to the bench. Akademi with 2 points, 2 rebounds and an assist for Manchester today. So Aiden Jones will inbound for the Elite. London down 1. Zardak Shamer kicks it out. And the big bucket from Zakshevsky over, showing off his range.
Yeah, London Elite have wasted no time in getting settled on that 3-pointer. They've had great success of that so far in this game.
Hansen over to Croft. Chak Makaya. Chak Makaya with a long 2, nets it.
Yeah, Chak Makaya, I mean, once he's going, he's really hard to stop.
And this is the problem there again. Chak Makaya causes for teams. He can score inside. He has that nice mid-range. He can shoot from outside if he wants to.
Yeah, he's a real all-round player.
Back-to-back buckets! Zakshevsky over, putting on a show. 6 quick points for Zakshevsky over. As Manchester looks to answer, Hansen hands off to Olisagu under the basket.
Yeah, great little play there from the Magic, nice little dump off, but that play before. I mean, talk about an instant impact.
Zakrzewska Obam did the same yesterday off the bench with a double-double for the London Elite. Jack Makaya, ball's knocked away, but Jack Makaya able to get it over to Olisagu. And Olisagu under the basket. It's the defense from Nicholas, who'll go all the way to the hoop and lay in 2 more for London.
Yeah, and when a team's breaking like that, they are very hard to stop. It was a really good fast break there from London Elite.
Hansen. Jack Makaya. Back to Hansen. Jack Makaya, 4 seconds. Nails it from outside.
I mean, this game's just bucket for bucket. So much great skill and talent on display out there. Some big shots being made by the players out there.
We are tied at 31 all in this first half. Henderson and runs into traffic. There will be 2 free throws for William Henderson. Henderson playing at under 18s elite also, and for the senior men Kingston team, where he's been averaging just over 20 points a game. And a substitution for Manchester as Theo Westwood checks back in. And Henderson, having committed to Northfield Mount Herman in Massachusetts, he'll be heading over there, and they're getting a really exciting young talent.
Yeah, another player who's been experienced, you know, had experience on this main stage before.
As second doesn't drop, Hansen with a big rebound. Hansen, too strong. Zakrzewski Obam gets it over the halfway line. Nicholas. Zardok Shamer. And ball's knocked away, but Nicholas recovers. Doesn't get it to fall. We've got a foul called.
And Leo Bowman, I mean, every time there's a ball coming off that glass or off that rim, he really just leaps up into the air. Really athletic players. I mean, there's a lot of really athletic players out there at the moment. But one thing that has been evident is the presence that London Elite have had every time a shot goes up. Multiple of their players, a few of their players, every single time just crashing those boards. And they might not come up with it, but they're certainly making it hard for Manchester to get that defensive rebound.
They really are, as Bowman lines up for the second. And gets it to go. Bowman playing in his 3rd straight Final Fours. And the Elite have a 1-point lead. Hansen. Jack Makaya. Out to the corner. Hansen rolls off the rim. And Nicholas with rebound number 6. Bowman. Travel call against the Elite. So magic possession from the sideline, a 1-point Elite lead. We've got just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. And over on court 1, we've got a tie game between the London Cavaliers and Sussex Storm, 26 all to start the second quarter. Hansen. Jack Makaya. Shots too strong, but Jones picks up the rebound.
Yeah, Bobby Jones there, right place, right time, just anticipating where the ball's going. Nice little clean up there from him.
And Magic will be called for the reaching foul, and that's going to put Manchester on 5 team fouls. So for the rest of the quarter, a foul is going to put the London Elite at the line, and is that something, again, the Elites can look to try and take advantage of?
Yeah, they definitely can, and we saw them we saw them do so well in that first quarter is when they drove in nice and strong, and they've got a real inside presence. You know, a lot of their players, when they get it inside, they do a real good job using their moves to their advantage. You know, whether that's a pivot, whether that's faking it, and they're able to get to the basket. A lot of the time they drew foul as well.
Zardok Shumer hits the first. Won the junior Final Fours at the under 14 level with the London Elite. And has come up through the program. There's Chat Makaya. Akademi. Hansen drives the basket, great handoff to Jones underneath, and Bobby Jones again, right place, right time.
Yeah, and in their semi-final yesterday against the Cavs, saw the Magic do that quite a lot. They always have, when somebody drives in, they always have that person there ready for the next pass.
As Obadowski scoops in two for the Elite. Westwood. Akademi takes it inside. And the first team foul against the Elite this quarter.
Yeah, they've done a really good job being disciplined and not committing those fouls in the quarter. Because we take a look at the first, they did get into team fouls quite, well, not early. They kind of got team fouls kind of halfway through, around 7-8 minutes in. And we did speak about that. So great job from them to see them making that in-game adjustment, because that's not an easy thing to do.
David Akademi at the foul line. 17 points in the quarterfinal against St. Helens Saints. Averaging 14 points a game for the under-18 Magic this season. Again, another player playing across age groups. Ties the game at 36 and doesn't give Manchester the lead, but Chat Makaya gets another chance. Hansen, ball's knocked away by Bowman. And a foul on the floor against the Magic, so that will put Leo Bowman at the foul line.
Yeah, you literally just spoke as well a couple of minutes ago about capitalizing on that, and the Elite certainly have done, because especially when the other team is in foul trouble and you know that, you just have to be aggressive with it and not be scared to kind of go into the defense and make that contact.
So Leo Bowman playing EYBL for the under-17 Elite team this season. 21.3 points a game. Had that huge double-double in a 41-point, 10-rebound game against Dubrava. Also playing for the senior men's Kingston team and dropped 39 points against the Mitcham Falcons. And as he's shown all weekend, he's a scorer. He's a flat-out scorer.
Yeah, he certainly is. We've seen it so far already today.
Hansen. Akademi from deep. Gets it to go. And the Magic go up by one.
Yeah, David Akademi just showing no signs of slowing down out there. Big shot from him.
Zardok Shumer. Zakshevsky Obam driving to the basket, too much on it. And Manchester looking to increase this lead. Akademi thought about it. Will drive baseline, looks to pass out. Great pass over to Westwood. Shot rolls off the rim. I'm not sure how Akademi could even see through the defenders to get that ball over there.
Yeah, one thing that he does so well is just use kind of his wingspan and his height to his advantage. You know, every time he drives in, he really uses his stride. Whether that's to go forward, whether that's to go around the defense, whether that's to go through them, and just extend his arm and flicking it out to the shooter.
So we've got a timeout called. 2:40 left to play in the first half. 39-38, the Magic leading over the Elite. And Manchester having been led by 9 points each from Ege Chakmakaya and Theo Westwood. Chakmakaya also grabbing 4 rebounds. And for the London Elite, it's been 8 points from Leo Bowman and 8 points from Alex Nicholas. Nicholas with 6 rebounds to go along with those 8 points.
Yeah, I mean, neither team out there showing any signs of slowing down, and it's been some really good. We've seen some really amazing moves, some great buckets, and no team can kind of really run away with it at the moment, because every time one team goes on a bit of a run, well, actually, we've had no team's gone on a run apart from to open the game when the Elite kind of went up by about 8, as we just see a big dunk over there on the far court from Sussex. Since then, that sort of first sort of couple of minutes of the game, it's really just been bucket by bucket, hasn't it? And neither team can kind of get away with it.
Very just back and forth.
It is, and that's what we love to see in a final, really close games. Out here performing on the biggest stage.
So teams coming back out onto the court. And a big thank you to everybody watching live on the Basketball England YouTube channel.
And there is a sign out there, actually.
I've seen a great sign. Let's go Magic. There's some support in the crowd from the Manchester Magic. Bowman. Zakshevsky-Obam, hands off. Tias Bazonas coming into the game for the Elite after that timeout as Hansen finds Westwood. Back to Hansen. In the corner, threes up, off the rim. And a big rebound from Babalola, but can't get it to go. As Akademi fouled on the shot, looking for that to roll in.
Yeah, and I mean, as we saw in that first quarter, especially, the Elite doing a good job on the offensive balls. Look at this Magic possession with the balls. Simi Babalola got that one. Couldn't get the shots for, but Akademi just cleaning it up again.
So substitution for the Elite as William Henderson back out. And it is David Akademi at the foul line. Akademi 6 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. 24 points against the City of Birmingham Rockets earlier this season in March. It's the first free throw. Gives Manchester a 2-point lead. And doesn't get the roll on the second. Elite with a chance to tie or take the lead here as we approach the 2-minute mark. And a block by Babalola knocks the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, great recovery there as well. I mean, you saw Akademi go for that interception, couldn't quite get it, but you saw Babalola and Hansen come across there just to get that contest.
Gio Finisto checks in for the Elite. Nicholas's shot is short. Westwood. Westwood. Oh, what a fake, and then a big block at the other end.
Yeah, big block there off the backboard from Finisto. Great defense.
Henderson. No good, and Hansen has the ball for Manchester. Akademi over to Chuck Makaya. Chuck Makaya with space. He's going to make you pay.
And Chuck Makaya already said once he gets going, he cannot be stopped. And there he is again, hitting those threes.
Leading all scorers with 12 points. Sardar Shamer finds Henderson. Ball's loose. And Henderson gets it back for the Elite. 5 seconds. Henderson will go all the way to the hoop and clean it up the glass. Nicholas up to 10 points now, and Westwood lays it in.
I mean, I know we said it was bucket for bucket, but it really is just up and down right now. Both teams just able to find their way to the basket every time.
A 5-point Magic lead. Sardar Shamer. Ball's knocked away. Chuck Makaya has it. Westwood is off and running all the way to the basket and fouled as he goes up. So Theo Westwood shooting 2.
And probably like a bit of a pause in play now, much needed. Both teams really pushing that fast break. And I know we said it was going to be a fast game, but this has just been rapid, really.
It really has. Both teams just running the floor. Westwood First free throw's good. Averaged 23.3 points a game for the under-16s in March. And dropped 32 points against Newcastle as he goes 2 of 2 from the line. And Theo Westwood is such a silent assassin out there on court, isn't he? Up to 13 points now for Westwood, along with a rebound. Stretches out the lead to 7 points for the Magic, but he really just is in the right positions on the court.
Yeah, he is. I mean, even to open this game, we saw him. I mean, he had the first 7 points of the game. It was a similar story yesterday. He had the opening 2, the opening 3 buckets of the game. And as I said, sort of silent assassin, but he certainly had his own experiences here. He's experienced Final Fours at under-14s level. He's been on this stage for England at Tri-Nations, but he's really got on with his game today, leading all scorers now at 13. But timeout now from the Elite, their second one of the half. And I mean, only 32 seconds to go in this quarter. Maybe they'll be looking, it looks like they're drawing something up right now. And they'll be wanting to get a quick score, because this is not an awful position to be in going into halftime. You know, it's been a really close game. We've seen how fast the rate of buckets being scored is. And 7 points within it, obviously, I think it'll draw someone to kind of dig into that a little bit. But to be behind in only kind of sort of single-digit thing is a good position.
Yeah, it's going into the halftime break. You don't want it to be around double digits. It's kind of a psychological boost, isn't it? But it's been such a close game, and we've seen the swing. So let's see what the Elite will do here coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, it literally could go either way at the moment.
Zardak Shamir will set things up. Ball's knocked away by Westwood. Keeps control, Westwood will stop. And Akademi will use the clock here for the Magic. 8 seconds. 6 seconds, Akademi floats it up. Too strong, ball's tipped. And Zardak Shamir will launch from the halfway line. But at the end of the first half, it is a 47-40 lead for the Manchester Magic over the London Elite. Manchester having been led by 13 points from Theo Westwood and 12 points from Ege Chakmakaya. And for the London Elite, Alex Nicholas, 10 points, 8 rebounds, looking at a double-double early on. And Leo Bowman with 8 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from. We had some really big performances from both sides at the moment. Really high-scoring game, but just the pace of it, how quickly the ball's being moved up and down the floor, how fast teams are able to get some scores. But yeah, we're in for an exciting game.
And over on court 1, the London Cavaliers with a 40-38 lead over the Sussex Storm. They've got around 5 minutes left in that game. And in the backcourt, the Sheffield Hatters under-14 girls team have a lead over the Solent Kestrels, 21-16, as they are at half-time. So we're going to take a quick break for half-time here, but stay with us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, and we'll be back very shortly. Welcome back into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We're getting ready for the second half of the Under-16 boys final between the Manchester Magic and the London Elite. As we head into the third quarter, it's a 7-point lead for the Magic over the Elite, and they've been led by 13 points from Theo Westwood and 12 points from Ege Chakmakaya. The London Elite have had 10 points from Alex Nicholas, and he's grabbed 8 boards as well. Leo Bowman adding in 8 points for the Elite. So a really exciting second half coming up. And also we have the third and fourth placing game for the Under-16 boys between the Sussex Storm and the London Cavaliers. That's also taking place over on Court 1, and it is 45 all in the second quarter in that one. So you can get your split screens going. That'll be live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. That's live right now, as is the Under-14 girls third and fourth place game in the backcourt at the National Basketball Performance Centre. The Sheffield Hatters with a 21-18 lead over the Solent Kestrels currently. And if you missed any of the action from yesterday, you can go back and watch all games on the Junior Final Fours playlist on the Basketball England YouTube channel. And if you're in the area, if you're in Manchester, come on down. If you're watching these games and thinking, this looks like a really fun atmosphere, this looks like a great crowd, I fancy making a sign and cheering on some people, come on down, get your tickets at Basketball England or on the door. It's been a fantastic atmosphere, and it's just been a great weekend, hasn't it, Isha?
Yeah, it has, and it's just, the atmosphere is always great. It's one of the biggest weekends of the Basketball England calendar. And yeah, if you're not here, where are you? If you're not following the live stream, where are you? Not that they're not going to hear us saying that.
They're not, are they? But yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's such a great showcase of the young talent that we've got out on the court and in the country. Under-14s, under-16s and under-18s, all the age groups represented here in Manchester this weekend. And these are players, there'll be players that you've heard the name of a few times and thought, oh, I've seen them play a bit before, maybe at under-16s, now you've seen them under-18s. And there'll be some players that you're seeing and hearing about for the very first time this weekend and think, oh, I want to see more of them. I want to see what they're going to do at the next level. And for me, that's always the most exciting part. And we're seeing the players, that, you know, the potential GB players, England players of the future. So back out on court, underway for the third quarter. First possession will go to the Elite to start us off here. And three doesn't drop, but Zadok Shamer can't get it to go. Obadowski underneath the basket. Some chances there for the Elite, but not able to convert. Hansen. Babalola. And fouled on the shot, so Timmy Babalola will go to the foul line for Manchester. And Babalola, a name that people might recognise. We talk about that, a name you might recognise, but Demi Babalola, Timmy's brother, playing for the Manchester basketball team this year in the Super League this season. Made it to the Cup final. Runners-up in the EMBL finals. And it's always great to see, isn't it, when you see players and their siblings also playing the game.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot to learn off him as well from watching him play. And I mean,
seconds good for Babalola. It's an 8-point Magic lead.
Yeah, and the Elite will be looking to start the same way they did that first quarter, coming out with nice quick scores right off the bat.
Henderson scoops it up and in.
And he just makes it look so easy when he's in that paint, just able to leap his way to the basket.
There's Chakmakaya at the other end, gets the whistle, so he's got 2 shots to come. Ege Chakmakaya, 12 points and 4 rebounds along with 4 assists. And Chakmakaya does a really good job, so he generally he's an inside player but also can play outside and has a really strong passing game, which is all you don't always see in players that tend not to play as a traditional guard.
Yeah, he's really one of them players who can just do a bit of everything. Like you said, he's all around, and that passing ability as well. It's not something that can't really be taught as well, so it's great asset for him to have and just really adds to a game. It's why he's such an all-round player as well.
Really strong court awareness and knows where his teammates are going to be. Second shot spins out. Akademi gets another chance for Manchester. And Obadowski will lead the way for London. Henderson. Henderson pulls up. Not that time. And Westwood off and running. Able to keep control of the ball. Spins to the basket. That is a tough move from Theo Westwood. A chance for an and one opportunity here at the foul line.
Time now on court number 1, 52-48, 4-point lead for the London Cavaliers.
And yeah, big energy play there for the Magic. Theo Westwood just reading where the defender is, spinning around, making that contact. Able to finish through.
Westwood playing under 16s and under 18s for the Magic this season. And completes the three-point play. And Westwood up to 16 points. It's a 9-point lead for London. As Iggy Zakshevsky-Obam comes out onto court. So London looking to cut into this Manchester lead. Bowman thought about it. Bowman drives off the window.
A great take there from Leo Bowman, just stepping around the defense. Nice little scoop shot around the basket, finished on the other side.
Westwood to Chat Makaya. Oh, gets it to go! And again, Chat Makaya.
Ege Chat Makaya knows how to bring that energy to the team. That is his third three of the game.
And Bowman calling for it outside. Answers for London! And we've got a three-point shootout on our hands.
Yeah, it's raining threes out there at the moment.
It's usually just raining when you're in Manchester.
It certainly was this morning.
Bowman resets, that's short. Nicholas saves it, but into the hands of the Magic. Akademi. Akademi splits the defense, can't finish at the rim. And London back down the floor, Henderson. And ball's bouncing about all over.
Yeah, we saw this a lot in the second quarter, just the pace that these two teams play at. It can be a really up and down game at times, and that is what we're seeing right now.
And you can see Henderson there putting the pressure on, forces a turnover, will get the ball back. Zakshevsky-Obam pulls up from deep, off the front of the rim. There's Hansen racing to the basket. Cameron Hansen did all the hard work there. As Nicholas drives inside, and an offensive foul called against the Elite will give Manchester back possession.
And the energy from the Magic bench, from the Magic fans at the moment. David Akademi just getting his positioning correct, just holding his stance, and just able to take that contact. And, you know, taking the charge can be a difficult thing, just having to, it can be so tempting to kind of move out the way or kind of put your arms up to protect yourself. But Akademi there just taking that contact. There's moisture technician Rob Fairley saves the day yet again.
He's been doing a great job all weekend as Rob Fairley. He goes, you know, what can't he do? He coaches, he wins National Cup titles, he sweeps the floor.
There was some chance for him over on the Magic game yesterday, yeah.
So a 7-point Magic lead. Hansen. Hansen high off the glass, that's too strong. And Nicholas goes to work, gets the foul called, and Alex Nicholas will go to the stripe.
Yeah, Alex Nicholas, he's such a strong offensive threat. Just attacks the basket with such aggression. I mean, he has 10 points already in this game. And when you're looking to draw fouls, one thing you have to do is go in aggressive, and that's what the Elite have done so well this game as well.
And the thing that makes him so difficult to guard against is so he's ambidextrous, so he can put the ball in with either hand. And that's why he's so good at drawing those fouls and getting that contact, because he can just switch.
Yeah, last minute, exactly. And then the defender's hands are just in the wrong place, so that's why these 7 draws fouls.
Seconds good for Nicholas. Cuts the lead down to 6, and he's up to 11. Akademi. Westwood. Back to Akademi. 8 seconds on the clock. Babalola. Not that time. Nicholas has a double-double now after that rebound. And a pass that's too strong for the Elite. You could see what they were going for, that baseline cut. Just a bit too much on the pass. Yeah,
it's definitely the right intent there. And we've seen some great plays in this game from both sides. And at this age as well, some of the plays that they're be able to create and some of the shots they're able to create is really impressive.
Hansen to Akademi. Westwood. Chatmakaya. Out to Akademi. 5 seconds on the clock. Akademi takes it. And the 5th team foul now against the Elite. So 5:41 to play. And the Elite in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, and we spoke about this in that first quarter as well, because I think they were on team fouls with around about 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. And if you take a look now in this third quarter, there's 5 minutes left to go, and being in that bonus, now the Magic can look to capitalize off that. They can look to take those little extra risks and risk getting the foul, because they know that they'll get shots at the end of it.
Yeah, definitely. Academia player that's come through the Aspire programs and the England under 14 and 15 programs. As a substitution for London, Hassan Monfries comes back into the game. Alex Nicholas goes to the bench. 6-point Manchester lead. London looking to chip into this. Bowman. Bowman all the way, hanging in the air, doesn't get the roll. Monfries fighting for the rebound and will get the Elite a second chance as Henderson, shot doesn't drop.
Yeah, Monfries just not giving up on that play there, creating that extra opportunity for the Elite.
Akademi. 2 strong balls tip, Monfries has it, Bowman's up ahead, Henderson trailing, Henderson takes it and lays it in. And a good run there from the Elite. Westwood swings it to Chatmakaya. Too much on the shot, but Akademi's there, cleaning up the glass. Chatmakaya can't finish, but Akademi on the 3rd chance gets Manchester the score.
Yeah, Chatmakaya, they're coming out of nowhere. He attempted that putback dunk. Eventually gets it to go. Let's take a replay. Let's have a look at that. It was Akademi first. Can't get that one. Chatmakaya just explodes out of nowhere. But it's Akademi who eventually finishes it off.
So basket's been waved off.
So they called basket interference, I think, but offensively it must have been.
So basket is waved off and it's a 6-point lead. Zadok Shumer against Hansen. Monfries inside, ball's tipped to Bowman. Bowman puts it up. And the Elite, Leo Bowman working, can't get the shot to drop in, but he'll go to the line.
Leo Bowman.
He did not give up on that play.
He did it, and they're those little effort plays that make the biggest difference. Just went up there, just hung in the air for as long as he could, drawing that foul.
Bowman represented the South African under-16 national team at the Youth Games in Namibia in July last year. Part of the UK 50 and Basketball England select team at the Shanghai Future Stars tournament last year as well. You see a few players out here this weekend that were at that Shanghai Future Stars tournament. As Bowman gets a second to go, brings it back to a 4-point game. Akademi. Hansen lines it up, knocks it down.
And I mean, it is certainly raining threes in this game today. Neither team having any fear of shooting that shot, and they've both had such success from it.
There's Henderson up and under. Five-point game, Hansen, Akademi. Babalola finds Jack Makaya. And Akademi drills it. And it is a three-point shootout. He's going blow for blow. And a foul called before the ball was up the floor.
That makes it the 8th 3 for the Magic in this game, making 9 from 18, so 50% from the three-point line. So you can really see why they are shooting those shots, because sometimes the shots that they are taking, you might think, especially how early on in offense, or you might think about passing it, but because they're having such success of it, they're able to rely on it.
And the Magic are generally a program that do like to shoot that three-pointer. As we know, players like Matt Goodwin, who came through the program, I remember a few years ago, he dropped 10 threes in a Final Fours final for the Magic.
A really impressive stat line there. And some of these players out there right now definitely following suit with that.
We were talking about it yesterday, sometimes you see the identity of the teams, like a Cola team, you expect to be a very tough defensive team, a Magic team or a Mystics team, they're going to like to run, they're going to like to shoot that three-point shot.
Yeah, and they've certainly stuck with their identity today. And we spoke about this a lot all weekend, to kind of, especially in these close games, how important it is for teams to stick to that identity, because it's really easy to fall in the trap of just trying to score as quick as possible. But the most effective teams and offense that we've seen is when the teams have just stuck to their offensive and defensive identity.
Because there's a reason they're here, isn't it? And they played all season long. So play the game that got you here. But
exactly.
it can be difficult not to be thrown off when the team's trying to force you to do just that.
Yeah, 100%, especially with the with the crowd, just the whole occasion. It can all come into play.
So 7-point Magic lead, Akademi. Olisagu to Chat Makaya. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Chat Makaya. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Magic are going to need to get something off. Olisagu driving and shot clock violation.
And that was a great defensive possession there from the Elite, just forcing that turnover, or that rush last second shot.
Henderson runs into Chat Makaya, and big stance from Chat Makaya. And at the other end, huge block from Bowman. Bowman swats that all the way back to London.
Bowman just spiking off the backboard. There was some real bounce off that, so he must have hit it with some proper force.
And again, Zakshevsky over off the bench, instant impact. As he gets the 3 for the Elite. It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, and he's up. That's his second 3 of the game.
Westwood.
Apologies, that's his third 3 of the game. He's 75% from the three-point line. Really impressive shooting from him.
And again, we see, he's a taller player that might play inside, but has that range. Can go outside and can go inside, which makes him such a difficult player to come up against. Because we'll go out to that three-point shot, right? He'll drive past you and go to the basket, or we'll go inside and kick it out.
Yeah, players like that really just so difficult to mark on defense. But it's just a testament to players who spend a lot of time to work on their skill set and develop those skills.
Monfries at the foul line. Had 11 points against Surrey earlier this season, playing across the age groups as well, under 16s, under 18s, and playing for the Division 3 London Elite as he gets a second. Monfries with 3 points and 5 rebounds, and we have a single possession game. Westwood. Akademi, 6 seconds on the clock. Back to Westwood. Westwood with the long two, it's short, but another chance for the Magic. And 24-second shot clock violation, so ball didn't hit the rim, so shot clock didn't reset there. And it's that point in the game, isn't it, where teams have switched ends, so they're now not in front of their own bench, and when the shot clock's running down, your opponents aren't going to be telling you that.
Yeah, especially with the noise from the crowd that we have on this game as well.
Zakshevsky-Obam. Zarok Shamer, hands off, Monfries, short jumper, splashes in!
And just like that is a 1-point game. London Elite have done such a good job of just chipping away at that lead. And you can see the head coach there just chatting along to the crowd.
Coach Daniel Chatskovsky starting the chant as Akademi doesn't get it to fall. Bowman with the rebound, Elite with a chance to take the lead on this possession. Zakshevsky-Obam, that's too strong. Adam Cross back out for Manchester. Akademi to Jack Makaya in the corner. Ege Jack Makaya, have yourself a game.
That is a textbook offense there. Extra pass, extra pass, extra pass. Ege Jack Makaya is his 4th 3 of the game.
And that is such a good example of you've got a good look, but your teammate's got a great look.
Yeah, really unselfish basketball being played out there.
12 seconds in the quarter. Manchester can hold for the final shot. Akademi. Out to Westwood. Westwood calling for it. Open in! The threes are dropping for Manchester. And to end the quarter, a big shot from Theo Westwood. Takes him up to 19 points and a 7-point lead for the Manchester Magic as we head into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that is a great little run by the Magic there, but just as we thought that the Elite were bringing their way back into it, I mean, they brought it within a 1-possession game there, just 1 point in it. The Magic just saying no to that and just trying to extend that lead again, but credit to the Elite for really chipping away in that quarter. They were down by double digits at 1 point, but slowly, as we were talking about, just stuck to their brand of basketball, found their way back into it. But now going into that 4th quarter, Magic will have a 7-point lead.
They will, and that was a tied quarter, so 21 points each from the Elite and the Magic in that quarter. And the 3-point shooting each, so Manchester knocking down 10 of 22 from outside, 45%. Ege Jack Makaya with 4 made threes. And for the London Elite, they've hit 5. But they've really been able to take advantage of getting to the basket. 26 points in the paint for the Elite to the Manchester's 20.
Yeah, and when they have found their way inside, it's really evident. They just go deep into their packs. They pull out all sorts of moves, and it's really impressive to watch them work around the basket.
And over on court 1, it's a 10-point lead for the London Cavaliers over the Sussex Storm. They're in the 3rd quarter. The London Cavaliers have been led by Mohamed Nobilani. 24 points for him, along with 6 rebounds. For the Sussex Storm, Oscar Zarembia has 15 points and 7 rebounds. So you can watch that game live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. That's the 3rd and 4th place game in the under-16 boys competition. And coming up after this game, at 2:30, we will have the under-18 women's finals. Nottingham against Kohler on the show court, and then Wolverhampton Slam against Ipswich in the 3rd and 4th place game. And then the first under-14 boys final, the first under-14 final will be the boys final between the London Stars and Reading Rockets in the back court.
Yeah, it's crazy thing, we're not even halfway through the day yet.
Yeah, we've had 1.5 fantastic games already, and still 2 more to come.
Oh, 1 3/4.
One of the So 7-point Magic lead. Jones. Ball's picked off by Zadok Shamer. He's done such a good job of controlling the ball for the Elite.
Yeah, he's done a real good job at that point guard spot, really just letting them set everything up, orchestrating that offense.
And Jones down the floor, blocked by Bowman. Big block Bowman. Says not today. And Cross can't get the 3 to drop.
It has really been a block party for Leo Bowman today. And good nicknames to go along with it.
Zadok Shamer kicks it down. Henderson. Henderson steps back. Not that time. And it'll be a foul. Foul on the rebound. That's her over the back. Goes against Olisagu. That's just the first team foul for the Magic.
Yeah, in this final quarter now is where the fouls are definitely going to come into play. Both teams want to be looking to be disciplined on defense.
Bowman spins, hangs in the air. Shot won't fall. Jones off and running for the Magic. As it's back with the lead. Zadok Shamer will take it all the way, lays it in. And, oh, it looks like one of the Magic players has just gone down. That's on that break there. Alex Olisagu just took a tough fall. He was going to the basket. So he's going to get seen to. He'll get some treatment on the baseline. Olisagu for the Magic today. Putting 2 points and a rebound for Manchester. He's been a key piece of this team all season long. And you hate to see players get injured at any point in the game. And it's really tough, isn't it, in finals? And players play so hard. You get here, you get on this big stage. So referees are just signalling, so teams will go to the benches while we just have a stop in play, and Olisagu is seen to on the baseline. 8:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. 68-63 Manchester leading the London Elite, and over on court one it's a 66-57 lead for the London Cavaliers over Sussex. And Olisagu is helped off the court. And we wish him all the best. Hopefully we'll be seeing him out soon, but his team will come back out onto the court. We'll have a substitution, so a big thank you to everybody watching live here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Remember to like and subscribe. You can follow along on social media. There's loads of clips, loads of great highlights, behind-the-scenes action from the whole weekend. 24 games across 3 courts over 2 days. It's been absolutely fantastic. As Isha said, we're not even halfway through the day yet, but you can follow along. And we are back out on court as Hansen has the ball for Manchester. Hansen pulls up from the foul line, off the back iron. Henderson. Henderson lays it in with the left hand. That was a really difficult finish.
Yeah, it was tough inside hand shot there, but great take to the basket, and he just finishes around the basket so well. He's able to adjust his hands, adjust the shot.
3-point game. Jack Micaiah for the Magic. Out to Hansen. Hansen, not that time. And the Elite racing down the floor. Cross. Babalola. Hansen. Westwood. Westwood will set things up. Hansen's there. Two seconds, leaves it short, and that will be a violation of the shot clock. 24 seconds. As Henderson at the other end gets the whistle.
I think big miscommunication or just misunderstanding down at the other end there. As the buzzer did sound for the shot clock. It looked like the players weren't necessarily aware of that. But as you say, it's all learning curve, you know, maybe not used to even the sound of the shot clock, because I know the one at various other places don't sound like this one, so.
Yeah, no, that's very true, and players are playing, you know, we keep saying it, but it is true, and it is a difficult situation to be playing in, because you have got a very loud crowd. It's a packed, you've got a packed stand here on both ends. Very loud crowd. You've got another game going on with also the horn from the other court is going on. The shot clock's going off on the other court. You've got it here as well, so it's very, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is, and all learning, and you know, as players do kind of get to high levels of that, to get used to playing in these sorts of environments.
So a 2-point game as the ball goes out of bounds. Manchester ball. Babalola, shot doesn't drop. The elite with a chance to tie or take the lead as Nicholas all the way to the basket. That's short. Westwood. Just over 7 minutes to play in the fourth. Chapmakaya steps into the three. No good.
Yeah, and if he's going to give him space on that one, he's going to waste no time in pulling that trigger.
Zardak Shamer takes it and ties the game at 68 all. 8 points, 6 rebounds and 7 assists, along with 3 steals for Zardak Shamer.
Yeah, I don't know, Zardak Shamer, I don't know how he got that one off.
He's got such a good way of stepping through to the basket, and he really uses his ability just to shift through the defense.
He does, especially as an undersized player. Like, look at that, taking 2 nice steps, just able to step through the defense, as you say.
And ties the game at 68 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so game tied, 6 minutes to go. And we spoke earlier about teams sticking to their brand of basketball, and that's what both teams will have to do if they want to come out on top in this one. But if you take a look at the foul count, London Elite currently have committed 0 fouls with Magic on 2.
And for the Elite, we saw them in the bonus early in the third quarter, so that's a really good adjustment they've been able to make to not get into maybe foul trouble a bit early.
Yeah, it is, and especially in games, like, it can be very difficult to do that, but they're just able to go out there and do what's required of them.
So teams coming back out onto the court. David Akademi sets things up for Manchester. Cross. Round to Chapmakaya. Out to the corner. And again, the three's dropping for Manchester. David Akademi.
And that's his third 3 of the game. Magic taking no time in firing anytime they find any space on that 3-point line.
Bowman doesn't drop, rebound to Manchester. Chapmakaya, cross. Back out to Chapmakaya, Akademi. Westwood waiting in the corner.
You see that extra pass again from the Magic.
And that corner shot, that corner 3, they're going to look for. Cross. Westwood. Westwood drives baseline, shot short, but gets his own rebound and cleans up the glass.
Yeah, Theo Westwood just not giving up on that play there. Might have missed the shot, but he went straight back up to clean it up.
Bowman over to Henderson. Henderson can't get it to go, but Nicholas the second try. Looks like he comes down hard on the court, and the Magic take advantage of the 5-on-4, but Alex Nicholas down one end of the court. Looks like he might have got hurt on that fall, and again, you just don't want to see that in the game as Jack Mackaya runs over to check on him along with assistant coach for London, Sterling Mushet. And Alex Nicholas has been so impactful for London, 11 points and 15 rebounds out there today. We saw him with that double-double yesterday, 24 points and 14 rebounds.
Yeah, and the Magic there just gone on a bit of a run, and we saw this similar what happened in that second quarter, the third quarter. Get confused.
We've seen a lot of quarters of basketball.
And it's like every time it feels like the Elite have come back into the game, the Magic just being able to kind of shut their little run down and go back on their own run. And I mean, 4 minutes left to go in this game. Just saw Theo Westwood there just bringing the heat.
They look like they have an answer. So every time the Elite try and pull it back and chip into it, the Manchester Magic just have an answer.
Yeah, they do, and that is what we just seen there on that little run. But London Elite, see what they pull out from this time out here. They'll be looking to get some quick scores and some stops on the other end.
So just under 5 minutes to play. Coming up after this game, it will be under 18, a women's final between Nottingham and Akola, due to tip off at 2:30. Zardok Shamer, London are looking to chip into this 7-point lead. Henderson. Bowman puts it up and puts it in. That is a huge shot from Leo Bowman.
Yeah, Leo Bowman, another player out there who's not afraid to take that three. He's hit some big shots this game. That is his third three of the game.
Ball's pressured, but Jack Mackaya able to save it. Westwood steps into the three.
Yeah, you can see the Elite double teaming Jack Mackaya at the top there.
And Henderson looks for a way to the basket. Can't get the roll. Ball just rolling all the way around the rim, touching every part of it.
Yeah, really unlucky to not get that one off. Did a real good job of getting his way to the basket.
And the steal from Bowman. Zakshevsky over, brings it back to a single possession game. It has been back and forth all game long. Jack Mackaya, Westwood, Akademi, 7 seconds on the clock. Babalola with space, that's short. And a chance here for the London Elite to potentially take the lead. Zardok Shamer will go to the basket, high off the glass, ties the game at 75 all.
Zardok Shamer, again, that sort of running hook. Just such an effective finish.
Cross. Doesn't get it to go for Manchester. Tied at 75 all, just over 3 minutes to play. Zardok Shamer dancing around the outside, spins, hangs in the air. Shot bounces out, but it's tipped. And a reaching foul called against the Elite. That'll only be their first team foul this quarter. In fact, the Magic only on 2 team fouls, so both teams have been really disciplined.
Yeah, they have, and especially really when it's counted as well, because as we come to the sort of final minute of this quarter, the team foul is definitely going to come into play. But for now, both teams are kind of a bit safe. They're safe from that.
So sideline possession for Manchester. Over on court one, it's a 77-66 lead for the London Cavaliers over the Sussex Storm. The ball's into Hansen. Hansen over to Jack Makaya. Akademi. Hansen. Back to Akademi. 6 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds. Babalola from the corner. Doesn't drop. Bowman skies in for the rebound.
Yeah, Leo Bowman all game does such a good job at that. That's his 7th rebound of the game.
And balls tip back to the Magic. Jack Makaya. Passes out. Babalola. Hansen drives baseline. Back out. Babalola off the rim. And ball's going to go the way of London. And a little bit of a scoring drought here the last minute or so for both teams.
Yeah, and something we haven't seen the whole game really. It has been just bucket for bucket every single game. Some teams have gone on a run, but right now they say there's a drought.
And at the pace that both teams have played with, you can sort of expect it, can't you, as well as Bowman calling for it from outside. Bowman for the lead! Leo Bowman! A huge shot for the Elite!
Leo Bowman absolutely clutch. Absolute dagger.
Jack Makaya to Hansen. Manchester looking for an answer. Runs into traffic. Zadok Shamir picks off the ball. Henderson stops, pops, puts it in! And a 5-point swing for the London Elite with 1:24 to play. They have a 4-point lead over the Manchester Magic.
That is a huge, huge bucket there. London Elite just absolutely clutch. And so that 3 previously by Leo Bowman, I think it's actually been called as a 2. So the Elite will keep a 4-point lead, but still 2 possession. So now obviously a Magic timeout. They're gonna have to look at getting something quickly and then find some stops. But some of the shots that we're seeing sink out there.
Absolutely incredible. And it has just been blow for blow, and you can see in the timeouts their coaches talking to their team. So Daniel Shatkovsky, head coach for the London Elite, alongside his assistant Sterling Muschette, they're going to set something up. And for the Manchester Magic, coach Adam Morris, alongside his assistant Gareth Westwood, they're going to look to try and get some points on the board. So it's a 4-point Elite lead.
Yeah, they'll be definitely looking for a quick score now, but for the Elite, the clock is on their side, so when they do come up with the ball, they can just look to slow it down. But we'll see what's going to happen now as Magic come out of their timeout. And it looks like they're choosing to advance the ball. Oh, never mind, no, they're not. The ref started coming towards over here, and then he decided not to.
Manchester looking for their 14th under-16 title. The London Elite looking for their very first one. The London Elite were runners-up last year to the London Stars. They're looking to go one better. Hansen, Jack Makaya. Akademi finds Hansen. 8 seconds on the clock. Back to Akademi. Lines up a 3. Off the back rim. Ball's tipped. And Obadowski chasing it down. Was that a step out of bounds?
Yeah, I think it was.
So Manchester will have it back. Just over a minute to play. It's been an 18-7 run so far this quarter for the Elite. Akademi. Final minute of the game. Jack Makaya. Zadok Shamir, and a foul will be called against the Elite. That's only their 2nd team foul. So that stops the clock. And that's only foul number 1 on Zadok Shamir. And the way he goes for the ball, the amount he pressures the ball, that's so good from him. That's so impressive that he's able to be so controlled when going after the ball.
Yeah, it is, especially for the amount of time that he's played on. He's played 38 minutes in this game, so that's a really long time to keep that discipline and keep on your feet at such speed.
And a near triple-double for Zadok Shamir. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists and 4 steals. but we'll have a timeout call, so teams want to talk it over. It's a 4-point London Elite lead over the Manchester Magic. 51 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. This has been an instant classic game, hasn't it, Isha?
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, it's just been run for run, bucket for bucket so far in this game, but London Elite just, after that little scoring drought, probably the first drought we've seen of the game, London Elite just getting that edge.
Just 90 seconds with no score was probably the only 90 seconds of the game where there was no score.
But now Magic coming out this timeout. They have no timeouts left, which is big for them, especially considering they're down, but see what they have drawn up to try and find this quick score here.
And it is a case of you do need a quick score, but it doesn't need to be, you've got a little bit of time, but it doesn't have to be instant. You can look for something that you want.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually have to be like a 3-pointer, because whilst they are 4 points down, there is still enough time on the clock where London aren't going to just dribble it out.
So, sideline possession. Academy will inbound. Westwood. We know the Magic have those 3-point shooters out there. As Westwood finds Chat Makaya, kicks it out. Good ball movement from the Magic. Academy takes it all the way. It's short for Chat Makaya, cleaning up the glass. It's a 2-point game. 35 seconds. Bowman. Back to Bowman. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Zardok Shamer. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Obadowski lines up a 3 and dagger! A dagger 3 from Obadowski! The Elite up late here in the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point game. Babalola answers for Manchester, and it's a 2-point game. Back and forth basketball on our hands, Isha. This has been incredible. 8.5 seconds to play. It's a 2-point game. The shot from the Elite, the answer from Manchester. Oh my goodness.
What are we witnessing? I mean, today's game certainly are not good for blood pressure, but I mean, what a shot there. Big shot by Timmy Babalola.
Makes the space and a perfect shot there. So 8.5 seconds. The Elite calling a timeout. So if you're Manchester here, and this is where, you did actually mention this earlier, Isha, but both teams now on 2 team fouls. So if they want to stop the clock, they've got to foul really quickly to get themselves into that 5 foul mark.
Yeah,
so it sort of has gone against them a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, having that 2 fouls, I'd say the London Elite, they'll just be probably looking to just move the ball about right now. You can see head coach right in front of me, he's saying, basically just gestures like, don't just hold the ball. We're going to have to move it about, because if they do hold it, it's making it easier for the Magic players to give them that foul. But as long as they move that ball around, as long as it's effective and it's quick, and as long as it's to the right person, it'll make it really difficult for the Magic to get the ball back.
So 8.5 seconds. London have a 2-point lead, and they have possession. Obadowski. Ball's into Henderson, it's loose. Westwood has it, no, it's knocked away by Bowman. Playing keep away. 1.5 seconds on the clock. The Elite, the Magic, pressuring the ball on that inbound.
And I'm speechless. There's 1.5 seconds to go in the game. Manchester Magic have 0 timeouts. They have 1.5 seconds to try and get a shot off here.
And you can see them huddling up. So 1.5 seconds. Manchester will inbound.
It looks like they'll be looking for Chat Makaya here.
Ball's in. Chat Makaya turns and fires for the win. It's off the back of the rim. And the London Elite take their very first under-16 title. What a win for the London Elite. A win over the Manchester Magic. 82-80. What a game, Isha.
I'm speechless. What an ending that is to this under-16s boys final. I mean, what a performance. London Elite just showed no signs of giving up there.
Runners-up last year against the London Stars. They knocked out the London Stars in the quarter-final. They made it back to the final after a win yesterday in the semis. And they are the under-16 boys final winners. What a story for them as well, and the program and the players that have been out there last year. They're back this year. They have 4 players returning from playing that finals, and they've used that experience, and they're back here as winners.
Yeah, what a comeback story for them, and just even in the game, a comeback in that game, just fighting down from coming back. Every time they came back, it felt like the Magic just waved them off, but when it mattered, after that drought, just able to hit those big shots in the game. And what an ending. I mean, doesn't get any closer than that.
And that was a comeback for the Elite. So they were down by 10 earlier on. No team had a lead by more than 10. It was a real back and forth game. But we saw the Elite, they were down by 7 with just over 3 minutes to play. And just kept fighting back and working themselves back into the game. And obviously losing Alex Nicholas in that third quarter, in the second half. Nicholas with a big 16 rebounds and 11 points, but they were able to work their way back in. And for the Manchester Magic, that's obviously a really tough loss for them. They fought so hard. They always put on such a fantastic display. And they were led by Theo Westwood with 24 points and 4 rebounds. Ege Chakmakaya, 20 points, 8 rebounds and an assist. And David Akademi with 14 points and 13 rebounds. And for the Magic, they are the winningest team in this competition. And it's tough, isn't it, when you get to this stage, but they put on a really strong performance. They should be really proud of their performance today.
Yeah, they should. I mean, just really put on a show, some real highlight plays from the players over there. And they fought hard. They didn't make it easy for the Elite.
They absolutely didn't. And again, this is the under-16 team as well. We'll see a lot of these players. Some will move up to the under-18 level, but this is still very early on in players' careers. And we're just going to go courtside over with Hannah Alty, who has head coach of the London Elite, Daniel Shatkovsky, to talk to him about today's win. Over to you, Hannah.
Thanks, Kaz. Congratulations, coach.
Thank you very
what
much.
a game that was. What was your game plan going into today's final?
We had a simple assignment. We know Manchester Magic from semi-final National Cup. We knew it was going to be going down to the wire.
Yeah.
What I really appreciate on my team is when things were going really against us, they showed true character.
They did, absolutely.
And they never gave up. They stuck together, and that's something what made a difference. Manchester Magic is a great team.
Yeah.
I think today we saw 2 great under-16s. And I think that should be adequate for basketball in this country.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, I think your game yesterday as well was probably one of my favourite, and I know some of the viewers' favourites. It was just so composed, and the team brought that composure again in today's final. What do you think the key is for them as a team?
I think the key is a bit on the psychology side of the sport. We work with our players in certain scenarios, how to manage the stress. Like my Omer, number 12, my point guard, that's his 4th final for appearance.
Yeah.
That experience playing at that level cannot be trained really. But Leo Bowman, that's his 3rd final back-to-back. That experience, I think that gave us that edge in the final.
Absolutely.
And then multiple players stepped in, which was phenomenal. 2-point game.
Yeah.
When that last shot was taken, I think for 3 seconds my heart didn't work.
I think everybody here stopped for a second.
That was, I think we were quiet in this gym, but you know, it's for the boys I really appreciate, because they had loads of up and downs, they had loads of injuries, things, but they never gave up. They trusted the program, they trust our coaching. And I think right now is what they got as a reward.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it was a fantastic game. What does this win mean for you as a club now?
As a club, 2 or 3 hours later, we have under-18s final against Kola.
Yeah.
I think for us, it's just a testimony what we work with kids, how we train, how we actually develop them.
Yeah.
So for us, that is, as both for the coaches and players, coaches know that whatever we do, philosophy we have works. Players actually have proof that what coaches do is works. Something that's a building in trust in the club.
Absolutely.
And that's just very important.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations again. I'll let you go and celebrate with your team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hannah, great to hear from head coach Daniel Trzaskowski there with the London Elite, and he's done an absolutely fantastic job with the program. And as he shouted out there, Leo Bowman, 3 straight Final Fours, and that experience has really helped the team today and really got them over the line, 82-80 against the Manchester Magic, as they pick up their very first title. Runners-up last year, and a win this time out. And Coach Trzaskowski doing a really fantastic job alongside his assistant Sterling Mouchette. And they also have the under-18s team in the men's final today coming up against Kohler. So, and you can just see it. So you can just see the development of these players, and that's what they've done. They've come through the under-14s, they've come to the under-16s and the under-18s, and that's the investment in the talent, isn't it, out on the court and in these programs.
Yeah, you can, and obviously, eventually it filters through. So, you know, when they first start and they develop players, things like that, we've seen them under 14s, 16s, 18s, and when you start to see the teams kind of come through at all the age groups, that's when you kind of know, you know, the team to watch out for, a program that has got really good development. So credit to all the staff and coaches there.
Yeah, for the Manchester Magic, obviously like a legendary program in basketball in this country. The amount of titles they've won at the girls and the boys and the men's and women's levels as well. You go to the Wally Range Basketball Centre, there's just banners everywhere, just around the gym, and they really set the standard. And coming up short today is tough, but they put on a really fantastic performance.
Yeah, they did. Definitely didn't make it easy for London Elite side, but it's been a great day of final action so far. I mean, you can't ask any more for a final. Both games being like so close.
It's just been, yeah. What more could you want? Tune in for the rest of the games today. The first 2 have been anything to go by. We've got 2 more fantastic finals coming up. In the under-18 women's game, it will be the Nottingham Wildcats and Kohler, and in the under-18 men's game, it will be the Kohler men's team against the London Elite. And you can watch all the games live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. If you've missed any this weekend, you can go back and watch them. We are streaming all 24 games live. We've got 2 courts in the main hall going on. We've got 1 court in the back room with the under-14s, 3rd and 4th place, semis and finals going on. It's just been non-stop. And over on court 1, they've just finished in the 3rd and 4th place under-16 boys game. It will be the London Cavaliers that take 3rd place over the Sussex Storm in 4th. And leading the way for the London Cavaliers, Mohamed Novelani, 32 points and 12 rebounds, along with 3 assists for the London Cavaliers. And then for the Sussex Storm, leading the way, Oscar Zarembia, 15 points and 9 rebounds for the Sussex Storm. And then if you take a look at the under-14 girls game, the Sheffield Hatters finishing 3rd, a 55-47 win over the Solent Kestrels. Grace Roberts led the way for the Hatters with 22 points, 10 steals and 6 rebounds. And for the Solent Kestrels, 14 points from Mia Blunt, who had 5 rebounds as well. Lucy Wabisi, 12 points, 5 steals, and a big 15 rebound game from Bobby Bay and Arathi for the Solent Kestrels. So we will wait for teams to come out for the presentations. We'll have the presentations of the winners' medals and the runners-up medals, and then the trophy and the MVP. And then coming up after this game, it will be a delayed tip-off. It was due to tip at 2:30. It'll probably be delayed around 20-30 minutes time. But if you stay tuned to the Basketball England YouTube channel, as soon as the game is live, you'll be able to watch. But that will be the under-18 women between Kohler and Nottingham. And then over on court 1, it will be the Wolverhampton Slam against Ipswich. And then the first under-14 final of the day, it will be the boys' final between the London Stars and Reading Rockets. So teams are lining up to collect their winners and runners-up medals. And how cool is this, Isha? We had Sheridan Green in first under-16 girls final handing out the medals. We've now got her GB teammate Shanice Beckford-Norton handing them out.
Yeah, they're bringing all the stars out this weekend to be handing out the medals.
So the Sussex Storm, finishing in 4th place this year, will go and collect their medals.
Lucas McCafferty, number 10, Zach Ojo, number 16, Keaton Day, number 17, Oscar Zaremba, number 32, Kian Davies, and number 34, Jackson Young.
So Sussex finishing in 4th place. Played against the London Elite yesterday and the London Cavaliers today.
Let's hear it one more time, the Sussex Storm.
So 2 finals, Isha. 2 games decided by single digits so far. What a fantastic display we've had today.
Yeah, it's been great to watch. Obviously, just watching all these younger players out there playing on these big performances, and it's also nice to see the competition. That, I mean, sometimes obviously there is blowouts. It's like not the best finals to have, but you can see now all the games are close. Even the ones on the far court, there's been some really close games. On the back court, there's been close games. It just goes to show that kind of the competition across the country is kind of just evening out and leveling out. And it's good for British basketball, just showing that the game's growing as a whole.
Yeah, it still really is. It really is. So the London Cavaliers are going to collect their 3rd place medals. And the London Cavaliers, you saw them playing yesterday, Isha. They've got some great players out there.
Yeah, it was. They didn't give up that game at all. They didn't make it easy for the Magic to come out on top. And another new program had said they were just looking to kind of make their mark in this competition, and for them to finish 3rd for their first time being here as a growing program, you know, fairly new setup, really impressive from them.
It really is, and like you said, yeah, the first time here, and as we've seen from the London Elite, teams can take this experience, and then you'll be back here next year in a few years' time, and
Of support and appreciation. Let's hear it.
you use what you've learned and take it going forward.
Yeah, because we've got to remember that for a lot of people who are out there right now, this is their first ever time, some of them playing on this main stage, in front of a crowd, in this venue, you know, on these baskets, and that can all come into play. For others who are out there, you know, they're quite familiar with this sort of setup, with these sort of competitions, and it's great to see new faces and reoccurring faces.
It really is. As the Manchester Magic now go and collect their medals, their runners-up medals.
And number 15, Elliot Chapman, their head coach Adam Morris, and assistant coach Gareth West.
Captain again, Chuck Makaya. What a game from him. 20 points and 8 rebounds, along with 7 assists. And a couple of steals. Hit those 4 threes.
Yeah, I mean, he's 50% from that three-point line. Definitely a player to be watching out for coming through the ranks. Player who is familiar with these types of competitions. Playing here last year at the Under-15s England Home Nations tournament.
And then next up, it will be the London Elite collecting their winners' medals. The London Elite 21-1 in the Western Premier Division this season. Obviously, both teams of players picking up an injury there for both the Magic and the Elite, and we hope everybody's doing okay after that. It's really tough, isn't it? You get to the final and pick up an injury. But the London Elite will receive their under 16 winners medals.
Championship winning roster, number 0 captain Mute Azimwa. Number 3, Tyus Bozonas. Number 4, Aiden Jones. Number 10, Ignacy Tataski Ovid.
So Shanice Beckford-Dawson handing out the winners medals to the London Elites, and they were led by big performances all round. Leo Bowman dropping 21 points, William Henderson 15 points, Alex Nicholas 11 points and 16 rebounds.
Alex Nicholas, their head coach Daniel Sadrowski, and assistant coach Sterling Rochelle.
So we wait for the announcement of the MVP. And it's a lot to choose from out there on this London Elite team.
Yeah, some big performances out there today. All just shining on this big stage.
And now we present to you your 2026 Junior Final Four MVP. Just 2 rebounds away from a triple-double, 8 boards, 10 assists, 10 points, attending every Final Four competition since the age of under 14s. The number 12 from London Elite, Omer Shumir.
It is Omer Zardok Shumir. Congratulations to Omer Zardok Shumir, a well-deserved MVP. 10 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, and 4 steals. Has been representing the London Elite at the Junior Final Four since the under 14 level, back on the big stage. A huge performance today, played all but 52 seconds of the game, as he'll go back up and collect the winner's plaque.
Omer's also going to come and collect the trophy. I've got to take the photo first though.
Zardok Shumir with the under 16 winner's plaque there, as he'll take it back to the team. They'll be able to celebrate the 2026 under 16 Junior Final Four champions for the very first time, the London Elite. Congratulations to the London Elite. A hard-fought win against the Manchester Magic. That 21-12 run in the fourth quarter really sealed it for them, and big performances down the stretch.
Yeah, really impressive all-round performance from them. And I say a reoccurring name in these Junior Final Fours now, but big performance, way to turn it around in this game. You know, coming back from being down, every time they came back a little bit, the Magic then extended and got back a bit of a lead again, but really when it mattered, they were able to bring it back and hold that lead.
And down from a double-digit deficit.
Thank you very much.
So up next, the under-18 women's final, Nottingham Wildcats against Kohler here on the show court. Over on court 1, it'll be the Wolverhampton Slam and Ipswich. And then in the backcourt, the under-14 boys final between the London Stars and Reading Rockets. So we're going to take a short break, but stick with us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, because we'll be back with you very soon.
Taking on Endeavour Ipswich. And here